Hey BCNY, my name is Grace Harris, your communications coordinator, and today I am chatting with Kevin Litchfield, the Associational Missions Strategist of the Frontier Baptist Association. Kevin, thanks so much for taking the time to chat with me. I know you are new to this role, so can you tell me a little bit about yourself and kind of what ministry has looked like in your life?
I'm close to 60 years of age. I am married to Penny, who was from Maine. So if you ever talk to her, she will never pronounce an R. I have two biological children, Faith, 24, Caleb, 21. And I say biological because while we were in South Carolina, we fostered over 25 children.
Wow.
So, in some of, so there's a clear distinction sometimes, but I'm originally from South Carolina. Um, but as I told you that when I tell people that, people kind of just gas, shake their head, think that I'm going to become frostbite territory. And then I tell them that I spent 8 years in Cleveland, 2 years in Detroit, and 8 years in Maine, and they relax a little bit. I uh, was previously with an association in South Carolina, in about the central area of South Carolina, serving in a similar role.
Okay, great. Awesome. Thank you for sharing all that. And as a Georgian, I can relate to adjusting to the winters up north, so I can relate to that for sure. But tell us a little bit about, because you are, like I said, with the Frontier Baptist Association now. Can you share a little bit with us about what does the demographic of churches look like? What does the makeup of churches look like and the region?
The area that I serve in, uh, the bigger, broader title would be Western New York. And Western New York has 8 counties and about 6,500 square miles. And there's about 40 Southern Baptist churches in those areas. And two or three of those counties, we do not even have a Southern Baptist church.
Wow.
The work is very intense
Mm,
as far as geography. Buffalo is the second largest city in New York, but we really have a limited work there. Niagara Falls, if you just go about 30 miles north, it's the city that most people know, and the falls are beautiful, but the city there is very distressed.
mm,
For about 20, 30 years, uh, they've really, when I asked people, when I thought, well, maybe I'll move to Niagara Falls when I came here, they said, you don't want to do that because it is very distressed, crime, drugs, in the city. So it's definitely a city that needs hope.
mm,
The Frontier Association, um, I usually tell people that if I can't answer who we are and what we do, then we're not relevant.
mm,
And so, in a nutshell, we serve our churches by pastoring senior pastor, minister, their staff, their
mm,
families, and collaborating with them to do Acts 1:8 missions.
mm,
Um, I tell people that God didn't call me in this position to shepherd another shepherd's sheep, but to really get in the trench with the
mm,
pastor. And on days where he feels all alone or on days that he wants to give up, um, that he knows there's somebody in his corner.
mm,
And oftentimes I'll say, if you're at a point where you're so exhausted you want to resign, please call me first.
mm.
Let me find some funds to get you and your family away and just put some perspective on that, especially in the cold winters. And I recently had a meeting where there was some pastors gathered, and many of them shared the aspect that day in, day out, they feel like they're not accomplishing much, or the Western success formula
Mm,
of numbers, they're not meeting that. And I
mm,
tell them that success really is being faithful to what God has called you to do,
mm,
and let God fill in all the other blanks. So, in many cases, we are my audience. In fact, I met with a pastor when I worshiped with him Sunday, and I said, "You are my mission field." And as a pastor, and it really, I think that picture kind of really resonated with him.
mm. Wow, that is such important work, and I know the value to a pastor of not necessarily someone coming to them and telling them how to do everything, but just say, "I'm here with you. I'm walking alongside with you. I'm here to support." I know that is invaluable to
Yeah,
so
one
many
of the
pastors and church planners.
yeah, one of the simple things that seems to resonate is every Saturday I send out a little text with just one sentence. It says, "How can I pray for
Mm,
you today?"
mm,
And knowing that it's going to stay between me and Jesus,
mm,
but it's amazing how just that simple little aspect, that
mm.
for them to verbalize and let someone else pray for them, really does make a difference.
Absolutely. That's important work for sure. Well, on that note, Kevin, how can we instruct and ask our churches in the convention to be praying for you as you've entered into this role and continue to minister to other ministers?
Well, I think pray for myself and others that are working alongside to really be on pace with what the Lord is desiring. In my younger years, I tried it. I had lots of more ambition, or trying to please other people. And I really want to be able to say day in and day out that I serve an audience of one. And and so I want to be on pace, not too slow, not too fast. Sometimes I have a tendency to fill in the blanks before God actually fills in those blanks. And so to be on pace with the Lord,
Mm,
but also to begin to have favor with uh, areas and people that might be gatekeepers of particular ministries.
mm,
The other aspect that you can pray is that we're entering into a new kind of emphasis. A lot of people say that we're kingdom, that's one of our values. But if we're to say that, what does that mean?
mm,
And beginning to put feet to that, to say, we're proud to be Southern Baptist, but we're all together fighting for the sake of cities and people's souls. And so, like minded, uh, different tribes
right.
uniting together to to be encouraged and to share resources.
We will certainly be praying for you, Kevin, and we look forward to getting an update soon, hopefully again, and just how the Lord is moving throughout the Buffalo territory. So we will be praying for you. Thank you so much again for your time.